Hi students, welcome to English class. Today, let's learn about transformation of sentences. Today, we'll be learning about the usage of time conjunctions. In the previous class of combination of sentences, we have learned about the usage of various time conjunctions like when, while, no sooner did, as soon as, and so on. And today I am introducing to you another time conjunction or synonym of no sooner did or had and as soon as form. It is hardly at and scarcely when. These time conjunctions are used to denote two simultaneous actions. So first of all, let's learn the formation or the pattern of forming sentences using hardly or scarcely had. Pattern is when you are using hardly had format, how you will frame the sentence is format is hardly plus had plus subject plus V3 form of the verb plus when plus remaining part of the sentence. Or it can be scarcely plus had plus subject plus V3 form plus when plus remaining. So whenever you are framing hardly had or scarcely had format, definitely it will be followed with the term when. And remember, hardly had and scarcely had are the synonyms for the other time conjunction no sooner did or had or as soon as plus past form. Let's analyze it more thoroughly. Now, let's analyze this example. I finished the letter, I posted it, then. We have got two sentences here and we are asked to combine. Just read the sentence carefully and come to a conclusion regarding which is the conjunction we need to use. Whether it is conjunction of concession, whether it is conjunction of contrast, or whether it is conjunction of time, or whatever be it. I finished the letter, I posted it, then. It's very clear that since the term then is there, it denotes time conjunction. Now, after analyzing it, let's check whether it is two simultaneous action. That is, one action happening soon after the other. That is, over here, you can combine using when I finished the letter, I posted it. That is, time conjunction includes when, while, no sooner, as soon as, hardly had, scarcely had, and so. So we have to come to conclusion whether we need to use the conjunction or like when and while, or whether we need to go for no sooner, as soon as form. How we can identify it is by stressing the terms which denotes the simultaneous action. That is, action happening immediately after the other. I finished the letter, I posted it then. Here the term then, it denotes happening one after the other, or one action happening one after the or soon after the other action. So here two actions are there. Which is the first action? It is you finishing the letter or you posting. Of course, it is I finishing the letter. And the second action is you posting the letter. So let's see how we can combine it together. When you are combining two simultaneous action, first of all you have to write the action that happens first. Which is the action that happens here first? It is I finishing the letter. So, along with the term hardly, this part should come. I finishing the letter should come. Along with the term hardly, which part should come? The first action should come. So the first action is I finish the letter. Over here, which is the verb? It is finished. Now, let's write it in hardly format. Along with hardly, we know that we will be using had. So write hardly had. After that, complete that part of the sentence. Hardly had I finished the letter. Then, what are you supposed to write after that? We need to write when. So, hardly or scarcely. You can either write hardly or scarcely depending on what is the question given. Hardly had I finished the letter when, write the second part as such, when I posted it. Should we use the term then again? No. You need not use this term then again. Reason is, instead of then, we have already used the term hardly. Clear? Already we have used the term hardly here, so there is no use to add the term then again. Now, let's try to do the same with the help of as soon as. You have already learned as soon as format. So for as soon as format also, let's check out which is the action happening first and which action happens second. We know that it is I finish the letter. So along with as soon as, this action should come. As soon as I finish the letter, I posted it. We need not use the term then, because instead of then we have already used the term as soon as. Now let's check this example. I reached the station, the train left then. First condition, it is combination of sentence. Check which is the conjunction you need to use. I reached the station, the train left then. Then denotes time. So, we will be using time conjunction. Second step. Whether it is enough if we use when and while, or whether we need to go for as soon as, no sooner, etc. Since then is there, it denotes simultaneous action. So we will be using either no soon as, no sooner, as soon as, or hardly and scarcely had format. Now, third condition. Which is the action that happened first? Whether it is you reaching the station or the train leaving. It is I reaching the station, and the second action was the train leaving. Isn't it? So, which sentence should come along with hardly had here? No doubt, it is the first part. So, how will you combine? You will write hardly or scarcely. Along with that, is this right? Along with hardly, can we write did? Is it right? Hardly did I reach the station when the train left. That is what is given here. Is it right? No. Along with hardly, we will be using the term had. And also, the verb need to be in which form? V3 form. Which is the V3 form of reach? It is reached. R-E-A-C-H-E-D. So, this answer is actually wrong. The correct answer will be, yes, hardly had I reached the station when the train left. Now, let's go through the second form. So, we know we will be checking the first action and the second action. Since the first action is I reached the station, along with no sooner did, which one will you write? I reaching the station. So you will write no sooner did I reach the station than the train left. Hope it's clear for you. Now for your thorough understanding, one more question. The child disappeared as soon as the bus stopped. As soon as is already given, indicating the time conjunction. This question will be in the form of transform it using either no sooner or hardly add form. It is not in the combination form. So it will come only in the transformation part. You will be given the question like use hardly add or no sooner form. So first let's try in hardly had form. First condition, first check, which action happened first? Is it the child disappearing or the bus stopping? Which action happened first? Child disappeared as soon as the bus stopped. So which action happened first is the bus stopping. This is the first action, and which is the second action? The child disappearing. So how will we combine it together? The first action should go along with hardly. So first we will write hardly or scarcely had. The bus stopped when the child disappeared. Now let's try the same in no sooner form. With no sooner also, first action should come. So no sooner did the bus, here it is stopped, but in no sooner form we will write only present form because did is already given. So no sooner did the bus stop than the child disappeared. Now one more example. As soon as the bell rings, the children rushes out. As soon as the bell rings, the children rushes out. Can you combine it in hardly had form? Answer is no. You can transform it. Of course, this is transformation question. So the question will be given. Use no sooner form. You will not be asked to do it in hardly add form because it is impossible. Because here the verb given is rings. Rings is in present tense. For the present tense, hardly had and scarcely had form cannot be used. So, anyway, this is in the form of transformation question. It is not in the form of combination question. So, already in the question itself, it will be given. Use no sooner form. Now, let's see how we will do it. We have already learned it. It is only for the sake of recollecting the point once more. As soon as the bell rings, the children rushes out. You have to use no sooner form. So we will write no sooner first. Check the verb. Which is the verb? Rings. Rings is in which form? Present tense form. For present tense form, which one will you use? Which is the auxiliary you need to use? Do, does or did. It is do or does. Since rings is given, which one will you use? It is does. Not do, it is does. So what is the answer? No sooner does the bell ring than the children rushes out. Last example. No sooner had Ram narrated the story than he was praised. It will be to transform the sentence. If you are asked to transform the sentence using hardly had form, how will you do? We have to check the timeline. Is it Ram narrating the story or he was praised? Which action happened first? No doubt. What comes along with no sooner will be the action that happened first. That is Ram narrating the story. It was after Ram narrated the story, the simultaneous action of praising happened. So along with hardly had, which one will you write? It is Ram narrating the story. So you will write hardly had. You will pick this part. Ram narrated the story when he was praised. Now let's convert it into as soon as form. With as soon as, which one will you write first? It is Ram narrated the story. So the answer will be as soon as Ram narrated the story, then as soon as Ram narrated the story, he was praised. As soon as Ram narrated the story, he was praised. So I hope you have understood the concept of usage of transforming the sentences using no sooner, hardly, scarcely, and so. So more exercises will be given as homework. Hope you have enjoyed the class. So goodbye.